Hi, it's Kate from Grow Your Own Joy, and in this video I'm going to show you some things that we cooked this week. It's not everything that we ate, but I tried to get some clips of some of the things that we were doing as the week went on. I hope you enjoy. Time to roast up my butternut squash, so I'm going to put a little bit of oil, and this can't mix honey cinnamon seasoning. It's really good on roasted butternut squash, and probably a little bit of salt. Now I'm making sort of like an aioli. It's garlic powder, mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and lemon juice, and that's going to go on the shishito peppers that I'm going to blister and the burgers. If you can hear a noise, that's my canner going in the background for my squash pickles. I'm going to start with half a lemon and see if that's enough. Oop, I still got a seed in there. There we go. I'll pick that up later. Now I have too much lemon. Just going to add a little bit more mayo. If we have extra of this, that'll be fine. We can use it for other things as we're cooking throughout the week. That's good. And it'll get smoother as it sits. I'll stir it right before we eat it. These are the first shishito peppers of the season, and I'm going to blister them in this cast iron, and it should be enough for just the two of us for dinner. We'll also have the butternut squash and the salad that's left over from the scallop meal from the other night, and we'll have some burgers. Today I'm going to make some pickled jalapenos and some regular pickles with these cucumbers. And I'm just going to do refrigerator pickles because that seems to be what's easiest right now. I don't want to take my water bath canner out for 3 jars. So this jar has cucumbers, onion, and garlic, and a little bit of this pickling spice that I made up probably more than a year ago. I just am trying to use it up. And then this has jalapenos, and I believe some of them are like a more mild Hungarian pepper, the purple ones, but they'll all taste spicy and delicious after they're pickled. And I'm just doing a refrigerator pickle, so I'm going to make the brine, pour it over it, and they'll sit in the fridge for a week or so, and then they'll be ready. I have a jar of pickled jalapenos for the fridge, a jar of cucumbers and onions. So those will be just like regular pickles. And then I had leftover brine. I made too much. So I am putting this in the fridge so that I can use it to pickle some things in the future. And it does look a little bit pink. I used the Himalayan pink salt for these just because they're going in the fridge. So I used what I had and it worked out. I'm going to make some cauliflower mashed potatoes. So I have a little bit of garlic that I grew. I roasted in the oven and took it out of the peels. I have the potatoes that I got, reduced for 99 cents. This is just part of the potatoes, not all of them. I also have some cooked cauliflower that I had cooked up. I got this reduced. And I just microwaved it so it's the same temperature as the potatoes. Salt and pepper. I don't have any milk right now. Ooh, there's steam from the potatoes. I don't have any milk right now, but I have this evaporated milk, and I got this 75% off of this price at a grocery store a little while back. Still totally within date. I don't know why it was on the clearance, but it was there. And then I have just some butter that's in my fridge that needs to be used up. So that will go in there too. Probably just a tablespoon or so. My mashed cauliflower and potatoes. It's a little bit wetter than I would normally make it. Usually I cook the cauliflower and the potatoes together, and this time I had some cauliflower already cooked. So I think that next time I will make sure I do that. But this will be delicious with our steak tonight. Real quick, I just got home. I've been gone for a night, and I need to make dinner real quick. So this is an Italian crock-pot beef recipe that I loosely follow, but I'm actually going to do it in the Instant Pot. Normally I use gluten-free beer or beef broth. I don't have either of those, so I'm using some turkey stock that I had in the freezer. I have this pot roast that I got on reduced today. I picked this up at the grocery store. Not the best deal, but it could be worse. It's about 3 pounds of meat. I have these pepperoncini that I actually grabbed from Christmas Tree Shop. The price is pretty good. It's supposed to be a 12-ounce jar, but I'm using a 16-ounce. It'll be fine. I have some oregano that I dried from my garden. Some really old crushed red pepper flakes. I'll never buy a package this big again, but going to use some of those up. Some dried thyme from the garden. Some homegrown garlic. It's supposed to be garlic powder, but I don't have any, so I'm using fresh garlic. And then an Italian dressing packet. If you're making this gluten-free, just make sure you check and make sure that your Italian dressing packet is a gluten-free variety. So I'm going to mix all of that up in the Instant Pot, and I'll show you what it looks like. Here it is, ready to go in the crock pot. I'm not sure how long I'm going to put it in, maybe an hour and a half. And the only other thing that I added to it that I didn't say before was some cracked black pepper. So I'll put this on for probably an hour and a half and see if it shreds. And if it doesn't, I will put it on a little bit longer. And then we have cauliflower, and I'm going to make some rice up to go with it. And we also have salad. I was way too tired last night and I forgot to film. So this looked way more delicious last night. It's been in the fridge, so you're seeing some hardened fat along the outside, but I'll heat it up again and it'll be delicious. This is the Italian crock-pot beef, and I had it with some rice, and I was going to have it with some cauliflower, but the cauliflower had gone bad, so just this and some rice, and it was a delicious dinner. That's all that I have for the video today. I hope that you maybe found some inspiration to use some things up or find some clearance deals or saw something that you might like to try. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me.